Michelle Cole is the Emmy-nominated costume designer behind ABC's Blackish, which just concluded its 6th season. I'm Kevin Jacobsen of Gold Derby, here with Michelle. And to start, I'd say just about every episode is a showcase for your work, just making these eye-popping, colorful costumes that are still contemporary, which, you know, we don't always see from contemporary work, just how flashy, you know?
Yeah.
Can you just walk us through the process of what happens when you receive the script for an episode and then those initial steps of figuring out the overall design of the costumes for an episode?
Well, first of all, we get our script, and when we get the script, my team and I have a great team of people that work with me, and Stanley Hudson, who is my key, and my supervisor, Julianne, we start breaking down the script. We start figuring out what scene they're going to wear. We start going through their closets. We start shopping before the season. We can start to have a closet for them. And so when the scenes come up, we go to their closet. We try to pull from there, then we go shopping. I have a big crew of about 7 to 8 people, and we start shopping and going to look for fabrics and things like that, where it's just, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's a little hard. And then we go into fabrics, we go into color, we go into texture, and I'm very proud to be part of the show and to dress all these actors. I love these actors, and I'm very proud to be part of it. But we also, with Tracy being the mother, we try to set her look first, and then have everybody else kind of go around her character. So if she's wearing red, then we have different colors, different textures, and then we also go check the sets. And then we talk to the executive producers. We have our production meeting, we have our concept meetings, and it's a process. And we have 5 days to shoot this. So this is a very, very fast show. We normally have about 6 to 8 changes per actor, per show. And so we have to get the final rack over to the trailer for it to be shot on Monday morning. So it's a very fast moving show. I'm very much into details. So it's from head to toe, from top to bottom, with socks and everything, jewelry, everything. So, but we do we have a lot of fun doing it, but it is a lot of work, and you have to really concentrate.
Yeah, that's a very intense process from what it sounds like. But, well, I can tell you every single character, I think, always looks very comfortable in what they're wearing, and it makes me wonder just how much the actors are involved in the process, especially people like Tracy Ellis Ross, who has basically inherited that sense of fashion from her mother.
Yes, they do. I mean, what the great part right now about the kids, they're all grown, and you know, Yara has her own show. She's at Grownish. So you've met them when you did the pilot in 2014. So they were really young. So what's so great about them right now is they're older. They have a lot to say. They come in and they have their little list, what they would like to have for the fall season, and their sneakers, their outfits. So it's kind of cool to see how much they have grown. And we actually changed Lawrence Fishburne's look a little bit this past season, and made him a little smoother, a little sharper. And he looks great. He looks fantastic. And then we do a lot of great things on Anthony, and he just loves wearing clothes. So when you have an actor that really, really likes to wear clothes, he likes to feel good, he likes to look good, it's great. He steps out of the box. He likes to do it, and we get to experiment with him. Having Tracy as my lead actress is it's amazing to have her in the dresser, and I think that we all do a great job in the costume department. She has a lot of input, and we tend to shop at very high-end clothes for her, and we have fun. We go to Zara, we go all over, but a lot of her clothes is just beautiful pieces, and we have a lot of her fittings probably the longest, because it's all deep. It's very altered, and from the shoes to everything, so we get it right. So by the time that she shoots on Monday morning, she knows what she's wearing for each scene. But it's great fun. We all collaborate. I think Lawrence Fishburne, and there is Jennifer Lewis, who I just love. She's just fun to dress when you have her in for a fitting. She's just a hoot. So, but it's, and the kids are very short time, so we don't have a lot of time to fit them really fast. So it's probably 30 minutes in and out, and then they go back there in school. Some of them are still in school.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, so I wanted to ask about a few specific episodes from season 6. I mean, I always love the Halloween episodes, just because the Johnsons always just go all out. And I mean, this year's episode has so many looks between all the Us costumes. There was the Nutty Professor and Beyonce and Queen Latifah. I mean, that episode, and I imagine all of the Halloween episodes, must be a dream as a costume designer, I imagine.
Oh my God, that show, I mean, that was actually one of my favorite designing shows this season. And it was a lot of work because we got our scripts a little late. I mean, so we really came out the door. I mean, we really fabric shopping, research, everything. It was, we had to shoot, we were working on the weekends. I had to work on that weekend with one of my other tailors close by to my home. And so we were doing the cat outfit, the cat look. So that we had to get the fur right, spray it, and do all of that. So it was that show was quite busy. But it looks fantastic. I had tons of costume designer friends call me back about that show. It just looked fantastic. That show did. Very proud of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the episode Best Supporting Husband, which had Dre and Bo recreating the looks from Beyonce and Jay-Z's video for Ape Shit. How did you go about assembling those two outfits?
I mean, first of all, don't we just love Beyonce and Jay-Z? So that was just, and they had so much fun doing that and trying to find, and that was a quick one as well. We had to really pump that one out of there. And we found a jacket, we found pants, we added onto it, we added a belt to it, we added pockets to it, we added a collar around Tracy. So we found the jacket and the pants. So we just went ahead and designed it. And she played it really well. We found the jewelry, and everything was pretty. We found all the pieces, so it came together. And with Dre's look, we had that suit designed, and so that was. And he felt good. He felt really, really. The suit was very slick around his waist, around his shoulders, so he looked fantastic in that. So, and he played it well, and they had a good time. Mm-hmm. They love going into to characters like that. They like playing.
I'm sure they do. Yeah. Can you tell us actually just about your working relationship that you have with Kenya Barris, who you've worked with now on Blackish, Grownish, Black AF? What is it that makes you want to keep working with him?
Oh God, he's so smart. He's such a great writer. And on top of it, he's a good producer. He's a good executive. He's a good creator. He allows me to participate, and he trusts me. And I like that. I think with most people, production designer, hair and makeup, I think I can probably say it for everyone, is that he allows us to be a part of it, to be part of the vision. He's very passionate. He's very involved. He sees all the photos. He sees all the research. He's very political. He's very much out there. He has his political views, and so he's just super smart. And he's just talented, and he's just a good person. And it was really a lot of fun to do Black AF with him. I mean, to see him act in that was just a hoot. He was just so funny. So just to see him do that, going from creator to my lead actor. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, I did want to ask about that, actually. It's funny because in the pilot of Black AF, there is this emphasis on Kenya's suits, his athleisure suits. Then he's playing himself there. What was it like working with him directly, now playing himself as a character on a show?
Well, it was so funny. When his first week, he was a little nervous, and like you knew it, and you were trying to, comfort him a little bit. But he did such a fantastic job. But the first week, when he's my star. So his first week, he would FaceTime me. And I'm just thinking, why is he FaceTiming me? And he wanted to know what he was wearing. And there's all this protocol being a costume designer and everything. And I was going, can you set up in your room and set up in your trailer? So it was really kind of funny and really kind of cute of how he was the first week as being the actor and not being the creator. Being the lead actor of the show, but he has so much fun. I mean, we did a lot of colors. We did Gucci, Fendi, Off-White, Jay-Z. We did everything. We had so much fun dressing him in loud colors. A little bit of he's a little bit obnoxious about it, where it's like his Versace robe, which is yellow, bright yellow in the middle of the day in his house. So I think that's what we tried to do, is that he's rich. He's Kenya Barris. So he's got great clothes. His wife, Rashida, our executive producer, great clothes. So it was a good looking family. And I think I'm proud of him because I think he did extremely well. And so we all learned a lot with him our first season.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've also been working with Yara Shahidi from the start on Blackish, and now you've followed her on Grownish as well. Mm-hmm. What has it been like to work with Yara and just have her really come into her own over the past few years?
Oh, it has, to see her grow, because she's the producer of the show now. So to see her grow into this role, and as a person, she is an actress and she does extremely well. And to see her grow from being on Blackish, having her own show, and being on a hit show as well. And she works really hard. She's at Harvard on top of it, she's at Harvard and working and being a producer. So she carries a lot of hats, but she's always pleasant. She's a doll to work with. I've seen her grow as far as her opinions now of what she likes, and she's a young woman now. And she's an activist. She inspires so many young people. Whenever I've seen her around, young women come up to her all the time. So I just love the fact that she's always encouraging people. She's always inspiring people. Grownish is her show. I mean, she's done a great job with it. And King has done a great job executive producing it. And we also have Julie and all of our executive producers. It's a great, fun show. And we have a great cast on that. So she's a team player, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And you have received 6 Emmy nominations for your work. 2 of them for Blackish, and the other 4 were back in the early 90s for In Living Color.
Yeah.
When you think about the Emmys, receiving those nominations earlier in your career and then finally getting more nominations over the past few years, mm-hmm. What has it meant for you to finally be recognized again for your work now that you've had several years in the industry?
Several years is good. That was good, Kevin. But it's a long time. But In Living Color was my first show. So, and what can you say about In Living Color? It was pretty amazing to be a part of history, and I think that's the same thing with Blackish, is to be part of history, like here I have 2 iconic shows, and I'm just extremely proud to be a part of that. And the first one, my first Emmy for In Living Color, you're younger, so I think now it feels a lot different because I've been doing this 40 years. So it feels a lot different now because you've made your mistakes, you've done the work, and now you can kind of sit back and appreciate it a little bit more. I think when I first got my first 4, I was a little overwhelmed by it, and now I'm kind of like I'm enjoying the ride, So I'm enjoying the ride a little bit more this time, and I'm really, really excited. I'm so excited to be nominated for 6 Emmys and to have my crew and I to have our work to be acknowledged. It's and to be in this business, and also to be a Black designer. I mean, when I first started, there wasn't many of us when I first got in Living Color. So to see the door open, it can go a little wider, but to see the door open to many young costume designers, I'm really proud to see all these young costume designers coming up. So I hope that's the legacy that we kind of leave with them, is to carry the torch.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just circling back to Blackish as we wrap up here, looking back to the first few seasons of Blackish and now heading into season 7, do you have any thoughts just on how the show has grown and just what the show has explored and what it's meant for you to be part of such a successful show like this?
You know, well, when we do go back to work, it's going to be so different with the virus and everything. So there's going to be new rules and protocols. So I don't know. I don't think any of us know right now what to expect. I don't know what the scripts are going to be like. Don't know. That's probably the easiest question that I can say right now. I don't know what's going to happen, how we're going to do it. And I think that would all get sorted out soon as we go back to work and we get the green light to go back to work, then we'll know. But I know that our union, the Designers Guild, and all the unions are having their meetings and things like that. So we're trying to make sure everybody stays safe, from the actors to my crew to everyone. So I think that's the most important.
Absolutely. Well, Michelle Cole, thank you so much for talking to us today. It was such a pleasure getting to talk to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
For those of you watching, hit like and subscribe for more interviews just like this, and head to goldderby.com to start making your Emmy predictions.